Hello ladies and gentlemen, Panzer here, and welcome to The Last Leviathan. And this is a game that I have been watching for a while now. It was previously on Steam Greenlight, and I'm happy to say that by the time this video is out, I believe it should be well on its way to entering Steam Early Access. So what is this game? This is, well, it's a pirate/Viking inspired shipbuilding game in the style of games like Besiege. Well, Besiege did a sort of medieval siege, or rather, what would you call it? I guess medieval themed war machine builder on the land and in the air. The Last Leviathan focuses primarily on ships, so what I have here is a very simple sailing boat, and if we just hit set sail, it'll drop into the water at a certain height, and then bob about for a bit. And the controls are very naval-inspired. We do actually have a bell that indicates the speed that we're going at, and all of these will affect the way that the ship moves about. So this, of course, is a sailing boat, so the wind power is our primary source of propulsion. Well, actually I'm lying, because, well, we can just move at any speed we want, regardless of where the wind is. So at the moment, yeah, it just seems to be, so long as you have a sail, you'll move. And, of course, we have the rudder there that allows us to steer around. So that's all well and good. But, I feel like this is something I want to expand upon. Now, we do have a limit here. At the moment, there is only the COG class, which is the lowest class available. So we don't have the huge monster builds yet. But we do have, just move. Oh, we can actually move our ship around by doing that. I have no idea what I'm doing. So we have up to 2,500 blocks to build with. So, let's get on with it. I'm just going to get rid of all of this, and let's see what we can come up with. Alright, so this is the ship as we begin with. This is the sort of central hub that has to exist, and everything connects onto that. So, still very much like Besiege, actually. So we have a bunch of blocks to choose from. And these are all related to a particular power score. So if you've been following my crossout videos, power score, of course, works a very similar way. So our limit is 2,500 there, and these rotting wooden blocks, which don't have a lot of health, are the cheapest that we can use. So I'm kind of thinking how we should go about doing this. We've got the double wooden blocks, which are very powerful. But I'm thinking I want to go as big as possible and trying to make something using the rough wooden blocks. So they're a little bit more survivable, and we'll see how far we can get with that. Alright, so this is what I've come up with so far, and I guess I might have been wrong about the classes earlier, because it seems as though if you exceed that class, or rather the power score there, it just upgrades your class pretty much immediately. So, yeah, you can just make bigger and bigger ships, and I really want to see how far I can really take this. But for now, though, that looks like a pretty decent hull, and it even floats. I mean, it sinks initially, but, yeah, it does eventually float. There is a little bit of water coming through it, but you know what? We'll make do with what we have. Of course, you can make bigger and bigger ships, of course, but for the most part, anyway, this is alright. It is a little bit low in the water, I will say. But now we got to think about arming this. So we have a couple of blades on the sides, which are very useful for ramming. Let's just see how fast this can really go. It is a sailing boat. It is a little bit front heavy. So it is going to sit a little bit low in the waves as it goes along. But with two rudders at the back, it is actually fairly maneuverable. So we shouldn't have to worry too much about the overall agility of something this big. Mind you, this is, like, I think the medium class. This isn't even that big yet. So we could even go bigger than this. But I do want to see how much we can arm this thing. So let's have a look at what weapons we have to work with. So there are the impact weapons, blades, spikes, and the lot of it. And we do have flamethrowers as well. But I'm thinking cannons. I'm feeling definitely direct fire could be the way to go. So we've got a bunch of deck cannons that we can use. You can definitely make use of those. These all have different power amounts, and they will do different amounts of damage. They fire explosive cannonballs. There are these mini cannons as well, which I think might be quite nice. So I think what we're going to do is going to put a couple of triple mini cannons on the front. Those do look quite nice. And we're going to have some broadside cannons, so just going to have some firing off the side here. Yeah, that looks alright. That looks fairly well armed, doesn't it? I think so. Alright, let's take this into a battle and see how well it does. Alright, so there's a couple of modes you can go into. There's the Battle Seas and there's Versus mode. Battle Seas takes you up against AI ships, as far as I know. And you gain what's called stars. I don't exactly know what the stars are for at this stage, but we can go up against different classes. At the moment, there is only the Cog class, but it goes all the way up to Galleons, which is the class 6 type thing. But that's coming soon. It's not available in this current build yet. So let's have a look at the Cog class and see what's what. Right, so apparently we do exceed the maximum class restriction for this particular class, but we can still have fun with it anyway. We're not going to gain any rewards for doing it, however, so maybe in the next video, if you guys enjoy this video, I might do another one where I actually do try to gain some stars and things and see how that goes along. So let me know down in the comments if you want to see more of this game, because I'm really liking the look of it, and don't forget to leave a like on the video too. Right, let's get on with it. Alright, we've been spotted by a pirate ship. Where are they? I believe that's them over there, actually. So they look like they're in range of our forward guns. So, now I don't know how exactly this sort of aiming marker works. I think we can just left click on it as well to manually target. Oh yeah, let's do that. So I think we can just... Yeah, so these mini cannons do need to charge up to fire. Let's do that. Let's fire the whole lot of them. Oh, we do have to aim a little bit higher than that. Oh, geez, the kick is absolutely insane. Let's see what that looks like from up here. So they have to spin up in order to fire. I don't exactly know where they're going at this moment. I think they might actually be fixed into that. Alright, let's rotate around and do this properly. Let's go for a full broadside here. Oh, overturning a little bit. Oh, that's gone into the water. And that's a little bit off. So we do have to deal with these being, I think, a fixed alignment. Yeah, it looks like they're fixed. They're not turreted in any way, so we're going to have to really aim very carefully in order to hit that. I don't think we've hit anything yet. Alright, let's go right up alongside them and see what's what. Let's give them what for. It kind of just looks like a little... I don't know. It just looks like a little floating derelict, really. Trying to hit it, and the rounds are just sort of going everywhere at the moment. Alright, let's slow it up. I think we're about to nudge them a little bit. Come on! Oh, that's a good hit. Just hit that torch off the top of them. Let's get along this side. I do love the animations in this. The cannons really do kick about quite a bit. And these are just aiming off into the sky now. Look at that. So in order to hit the target, we're going to have to adjust. I think the little rings around it are trying to tell us where we need to adjust to. Oh, that's a good hit right there. Alright, let's swing it back around and have a go with the... Oh, we don't have to. They exploded. Well then. Yes, our tier is too high to gain a medal, but you know what? I'm okay with that. Right, locate and destroy other pirate ships. We've been spotted by one. There he is. I wonder if they're going to fire back. I think we're being pushed backwards because we're actually into the wind here. So wind might actually be a thing we need to watch out for. So we're actually going backwards now. So let's turn ourselves around and let the wind carry us. Of course, we could switch over to using I I think we could switch over to using propellers if this becomes a little bit too much of a problem. Right, fire off a broadside. That's a little bit too high, I think. Yeah, it's a little bit too high. Oh, that's a good hit right there. That's a direct hit there. So yeah, it is telling us that we're aiming too high and a little bit to the right. So let's adjust that. That's still too high. Kind of just depending on the waves to kick us about, because I think our cannons might actually be too high since they're mounted on those barrels there. That's a good hit there. Oh, the Kraken wakes. What does that mean? Well, let's use our little mini cannons there to fire away at them, since it's a much larger volume of fire, I think. I mean, these are essentially Gatling guns there. Yeah, these aren't landing any hits whatsoever. So that is a problem. So I think we're going to have to go back to the deck guns, especially since we don't have the wind on our side here. Which is definitely a problem. It's a little bit too high. Come on. Come on. Nope, that's still too high. Jeez, aiming cannons. Who would have thought aiming cannons is this hard? Come on. Now, I have noticed that a couple of the torches are actually touching the water and haven't gone out yet. So, I don't know what they're exactly powered by. Oh, just missed him there. Now, of course, anytime when things get a little bit too difficult, we can, of course, go into first-person mode and directly control them. And I think that gives us the opportunity to aim them directly. So we can finish them off a little more effectively that way, which is always nice. I wonder if we can actually shoot ourselves. I don't think that's possible. No, it definitely isn't possible. Right, well that looks like all of them. I don't see any other enemies coming up on our screens here. But now the wind is really not in our favor at all, so kind of stuck actually. I think that's another enemy over there, but we can't even get to them at this stage. We do have a telescope, which we can look through. And that gives us a chance of looking in that direction. But, yeah, there really isn't much to it. I believe that this was supposed to be some part of an open world, actually, so that you can actually travel between the different battle areas, like, directly. But I don't know if that's going to be happening or not, or if it's even implemented yet, but that looks like it was originally the case. I keep saying that the Kraken wakes, but I don't know what that means. Alright, well I'm going to leave that one there. That's the Last Leviathan, just a very quick look at what it is right now and what it could be. And if you do like the looks of this game, don't forget to let me know down in the comments below, and leave a like so I know that you guys are enjoying the series. And I definitely am looking forward to doing more if you guys want to see that, so do let me know. And of course subscribe if you're new to the channel, and all of that good stuff. For now, my name is Panzer, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.